Good evening everyone, I hope everyone's good tonight. Let's see what's happening in the Bitcoin world, so let's go straight into it. Again, if you've watched the previous videos, while everyone is bearish and selling off, we have made the case to be bullish. We have a huge head and shoulders inverse pattern here that's retested its 50% for every major pivot, and it's retested its base on the RSI on the weekly. It's come down, it's retested its neckline, it's retested the 50 EMA weekly, it's filled the gap and it's retested the 50%. So, as far as we're concerned, this is a bullish pattern, it's a breakout, retest, ready to move forward. Let's look at Bitcoin on the daily. So, we've got this major trend line here. Let me just take this back a little bit and show you guys what I'm thinking with it all. I'm tracking this market as 1 angle, 2 angle, 3 angle, and I'm looking to place the 4th angle on, but only when we get the breakout. So right now we have this major trend line that we're hovering around, and we're looking to try and get above it. In the last couple of videos, we were flagging that we had bullish divergence on the RSI and we're likely to get a move up, which we got, which is good. And we're just closed above the trend, which is a good start, and now we're hovering around it. Now, I'd like to see Bitcoin to move up, to take this liquidity and come up for this one. Chances are I'll hit that liquidity, there'll be a resistance on the 50%, it might pull back here. But we need people to we need people to stop opening longs. So it looks like we're getting to that point now. As you can see here, the last 2 weeks have been crazy, just relentlessly open longs, emptying the bank account in it, but looks like they're starting to slow down. If we look at the liquidations here, it's only 156, which is the lowest in a couple of weeks. Now if we look at the liquidation map on the daily, now this red area here, this is people betting the price of Bitcoin is going to go up, and that's sitting at a total of 637 million. You can see it on the right hand side, and this here, this axis here. And then people betting the market's going to go down is around about 700 million in the last 24 hours here. So this is around about even, but again, as soon as price starts moving up, the longs open up. So if we look on the 7-day, we can still see there's a big skew for shorts, which is good. But if we look at the heat map, this is on the 3-day chart, you can see this yellow line. Again, purple dark is 0 and the yellow line is 84 million. Always look at this here, because this will tell you what the max the yellow line is, because sometimes depending on how busy the charts are on the time frame, you know, if I just jumped out up until say the 2 week here, you can see these yellow lines mean 140. So it's always good to look at that as a gauge, just to see. Don't just automatically think because it's yellow it's going to come down for it. You need to see it's a decent amount. But price is floating around here in the 3-day, and what have we got? We've got around 84 million just on this price point alone at 80,000. So we've got to think. I'm putting this on a green line here. If you were the market, for example, would you come down to take that while you're here? Or would you move up? Now, again, it's wicked down. I could honestly see it. I mean, I hate to see it. I hate to say it, but I can honestly see it coming down and taking it again and moving up. I did say I'm looking for the market to kind of really chop around here. until we get to the break point. Because if we look at the global liquidity, right, we know this tracks, Bitcoin tracks this very well. If you haven't seen it before, Bitcoin will basically track global liquidity to round about, it takes, once global liquidity starts and money gets injected into the economy, it takes around about 11 weeks for us to start seeing it in the Bitcoin price. So this is what this is. This is global liquidity pushed on 11 weeks, so we can use it to see how well Bitcoin tracks of it. So we know it's getting to this pivot point, and we know global liquidity is going to go up around about that time. So in my mind, we're maybe going to chop around here until a decision's made. So you could maybe see float around, maybe wick down, take that. It might range a wee bit here. So as it ranges, this is what Bitcoin likes to do. It builds up the liquidity at the top, and it builds up liquidity at the bottom. So as it ranges here, sorry boys, as it ranges here, some of the market's going to bet price goes down, so they put in the shorts. And it comes down here, some of them are going to bet price is going to go up, so they put in the shorts, put in the longs. And you've got your stop losses here on liquidation levels, stop losses here on liquidation levels, and as price ranges, this liquidity builds up and this liquidity builds up, and then Bitcoin likes to do a sweep up, take it, sweep down, fake out, sweep the longs, sweep the shorts, sweep the longs, and then move up. So it wouldn't surprise me at all if Bitcoin ranges the now, maybe builds up this liquidity until it's a decent enough to swipe it. But what I want to see is, by the time this comes, I want to see a strong move out of here. And we've had our fake out. I like this. It's even flushed the people that have gone long in this candle. By coming in just below it, it's taken out everyone on the stop loss and everyone on high leverage. So this is a good sign. It's back into trend. What we want now is to see a push up and eventually a breakout here. Once we get a break out of this, I generally think that'll be us. I think this is going to be the move. And it's the liquidity's there. Once it breaks out, it'll trigger the stop losses all the way up here. And as everyone gets liquidated, the stop losses, it'll push the price up. And then this from here, we'll see Bitcoin flying up. And you know, Bitcoin, the Bitcoin price is the best advertisement for Bitcoin. So as the short squeeze happens all the way up here, and then people FOMO in from here and push it over the top, and now Bitcoin's all of a sudden at all-time highs. And then that's when everyone FOMOs in and the move starts going up. So we've got to range a wee bit further here, keep it going. But I'd like to also think, you know, I'm purely on Bitcoin now, just because, you know, the alts will follow Bitcoin. So right now while we're having this, I want to focus on Bitcoin, make sure we get the move up, because we know alts will follow. But I just want to show you something here. I'll show you MicroStrategy first, but this is just purely for the blow off top move. So if you look at MicroStrategy, this happened in the last cycle. It peaked, it topped, and then Bitcoin topped and it came down, and then Bitcoin made a higher high, but MicroStrategy only made a lower. It couldn't get higher. But this is a perfect example of a blow off top, because you've got the 1, 2, 3, and look at that fourth one, it's nearly vertical. So when this huge move happens and then it breaks this trend line, price starts to move down. Now, I've used MicroStrategy here as an example of this blow off top. So for altcoins, a lot of people will use the ETH Bitcoin chart because they want to see what Bitcoin's doing with the ETH doing with the Bitcoin price. But if we do the opposite and we see Bitcoin priced in Ethereum, you can see, I'm going to explain a bit more about this, but you can automatically see, look at this structure, 1, 2, 3, and it's even put in this fourth angle. Now look at this fourth angle. If I go on the daily, it's tapped up, but if I pull it all into view, look at the angle. This to me is looking like a blow off top. And I'm going to tell you what this chart's about. This chart is Bitcoin, how many Ethereum can one Bitcoin get you? Now, currently, one Bitcoin can get you 44 Ethereum because Bitcoin is just outpacing Ethereum massively. But as price comes down, one Bitcoin will only get you, 36 Ethereum, 30 Ethereum, 24 Ethereum, and that is because ETH is moving harder and faster than Bitcoin. And when ETH is moving harder and faster than Bitcoin, that is when alts will start moving harder and faster than Bitcoin. So right now, we're seeing one Bitcoin is going to get you maximum of ETH. And this is how people rotate from Bitcoin into Ethereum. Because imagine you hold one Bitcoin and you're like, okay, one Bitcoin here is worth 18 Ethereum. And now all of a sudden, one Bitcoin's worth 30 Ethereum. One Bitcoin's worth 44 Ethereum. Look at this blow off top. And once it gets to this, people will rotate their Bitcoin all into Ethereum and into the alts because you're getting the max value for one Bitcoin. So a lot of people will just buy Bitcoin and sell Bitcoin, but there's a whole different animal of compounding gains in the bull market, of starting off in Bitcoin, riding it right up, and then rotating it into ETH and rotating it into alts. And right now, you won't be able to see it on the Ethereum Bitcoin chart, and that's what everyone uses. But if you use one Bitcoin, if you use Bitcoin priced in Ethereum, you can see this blow off move, exactly like MicroStrategy. Look at it. Exactly like this is happening. Sorry. Exactly like that's happening. So, look at the candles as well. The candles are extending. This is exciting because you've seen, to get the blow off top, you really want to see the candles really extend right up. Look at the MicroStrategy. See the candles? They started extending right up. It was just mania. Now Bitcoin is just moving up against Ethereum. Look at the candles extending up. Now if we see the break of this angle, this is a very, very early indicator of Altseason and a good time to rotate. But I don't think you would have seen this on any channel because nobody's talking about it. But this, we're going to keep our eye on it, guys. So don't worry, I'll show us, I'll keep everyone updated on this one. But this could be the blow off top on this, and then you'll see Bitcoin holders, the big bag holders, rotate into ETH. And now you see ETH at drop bottom prices. The whole narrative's dead, which is helping because of Bitcoin moving up and Ethereum's moving down. They're exponentially making bigger gains because one's going down, one's going up. It's not just one staying the same and one going up. So yeah, this is exciting. Look at this. This is the biggest move. Yeah, I think we've still got a load to go, and this is only what we on Tuesday, Wednesday. Yeah, so this is something we need to watch as well. But hopefully with this breaking down, this will begin to show Altseason. And this will probably tie in with some macro event like the Fed pausing quantitative tightening. If the Fed announced that, I think the FOMC is on the 19th of March. If the Fed announced that, and this has a blow off top right now into here, and now people know quantitative tightening's over, they'll be like, now's the time to rotate into ETH. And you can see this chart setting up for that before the news events being announced. So we'll see. We'll see. Maybe a Fed cut or something along the line. Some sort of news might give it enough for them to rotate over, but we'll find out. Yeah, guys, if you like this, please subscribe. It's been a good wee influx of new subscribers, which is brilliant because I've just started this channel. But I think anyone that's here that's listening, I show the charts, I show the liquidation levels, the market data, the psychology of it all, and I'm showing charts that people don't necessarily look at as well. Like, who's talking about that big head and shoulders? You know, everyone is panicking right now. I'm just seeing that as a retest of a major structure. Absolutely nobody's talking about this. Nobody's talking about this move here. I mean, this is nearly going vertical. Has any YouTuber showed it? Not one. So guys, if you like it, I put these videos out every single day, around 8-9 o'clock UK time, and like I always say, the markets may be mental, but at least I'm going to try and be a consistent voice in this, to try and get us out near the top, because I'm not selling you guys anything. I'm generally in this market to make money, and if I'm getting myself out the top, I might as well put some videos out, so you know, you don't have to follow me, or you don't have to listen to it, but maybe you take, oh, that's a wee golden nugget of information there I could maybe use, or maybe compare me with other things you've got in your strategy, and then you can maybe, it's just a different point of view, something to add in. But yeah, guys, back again tomorrow, same time. Hope you have a good night, and I'll see you again tomorrow. Cheers.